Dark Path is a British horror film. It is currently available in the shops to buy or stream, and it follows two sisters as they're coming back from sort of hen party weekend. Their car gets stuck in the woods at night, and they get stalked by a monster. All very sort of boilerplate stuff. The trouble with this film is it's absolutely shit. Nothing happens really to anyone for the first 45 minutes. They meet at the 45-minute mark. They meet a girl in the woods who has suffered an injury to her. They look at the injury. Nothing is really explained, and then you hear a noise, and the girl gets dragged somewhere. Even though our main character is directly opposite her, looking at her, you don't get to see what drags her away. Then our main character wanders around in the dark for a bit, finds a sort of old church come castle-y type building, finds that her sister and all of the other character and her partner that she met are being held hostage there for some reason alive, and then a guy in a monster suit kind of lacklusterly comes at them. One of the problems with this is that when they get to this castle, but you're never sure if they can see anything or not. But 1 minute she's using a night vision mode on her camera, as if she's groping around as if she can't see 2 inches in front of her. Then you're treated to a sort of standard camera shot where it's well lit and you can see everything, and they're acting as though there's, some ambient light somewhere. Pick. I had no idea whether they were doing this in the pitch black or not. Because 1 minute they use a sort of camera gag and the next minute they're not, and people are acting as if it's lit as well. The other thing is the monster kills. The few kills you get in the last 15 minutes are super lackluster. You don't see them on screen, you see shadows of people getting killed, and the monster is literally just pouring at them in a light manner like this. There's no violence to it, and it's only shadows. So the person could really whack themselves around, They don't. It just goes. It's shocking. I'll see if I can pull a couple of frames from the film just to illustrate to you how poor that is. Because seriously, I'm not spoiling anything. You get a little bit of offal from the butchers thrown on the floor. But that's about it. The monster suit itself, they've got monster suits, okay for a low budget film. I'm not gonna, shit on that. But they've got this sort of weird looking monster with a shiny, reflective bits on it that make it look all gooey and horrible. Fine. Why don't you show bits of that up to them? Otherwise, you've just got these two girls in a car just talking, and it is dull. And just hearing noises isn't enough. I will compare it to another really low budget film set about people trapped in the countryside in the dark called From the Dark, which I've talked about on this channel, and that's available on Amazon Prime. That you get from the off, you see where the monster originates from. You don't get like sort of a backstory plot, but you just see where it comes from, so your imagination gets going as to what's stalking them. Within 15 minutes they're in the action, and people are in a situation and they're having to work their way out of it, and it's just way better written. Go watch that if you want two people stuck in the dark in the countryside, and there are clever things they have to work out and do. This is just poorly written and almost feels like some sort of tax write-off type film, which is a real shame because the main actress is really quite a good actress. You can see that she's trying to do the best with what she's got, and she almost reminds me of Claire Goose off of sort of Your Casualty, and that she looks a bit like her, and you think, wow, it's a shame she couldn't have some better TV work to do. She's not like a megastar actress, but she's clearly competent, and you feel as though she should be on telly doing something better. I would not recommend anyone watching this. I would say go watch From the Dark instead. It is much better. This is just really sort of perfunctory. Yes, it's technically a horror movie, but there's naffle horror in it. There's some good shots in it, such as one where she's walking through the pitch black with a burning torch, but that does not in itself make a good film. It's only like 84 minutes or so long, which is fine, but oh god, it is just awful. It's the kind of stuff you put on in the background because you want to make yourself do the vacuuming, but because you get bored and you think, I'll just leave it on, I'll do something till something happens. There's another film with a very similar premise actually called, I think it's Monster. I'll find the cover and I'll put it up, which is done slightly better and tries to address other issues about mothers and daughters while they're trapped in a car. But again, that wasn't too good either. The sad thing is, there's a bit at the start where you see where the girls are coming from this sort of hen party weekend. I'd rather watch a film about them just arguing over the course of a weekend at this hen party. That would have probably been more interesting than the actual film you get. But look, I don't know. Did you watch this? Did you like it? Let me know. Maybe I missed some really deep underlying subplot. I don't think I did. But interested to know. Otherwise, please feel free to give us a thumbs up and a like and a subscribe, and thanks for watching.